Hey everyone, I wanted to look at P Diddy, Sean Combs, his cards, just out of curiosity. I actually really don't even know, like, I barely really watch, read that much in depth about the news, so I don't even know what's happening. I heard that he was, like, trying to get away or fly away, get out of the country, but maybe he was stopped, so yeah, let's take a look to see what's going on with him. So, P. Diddy is 11/4/1969. So that makes him a 3 of diamonds, 2 of hearts, and his decadent ruler is the 9 of spades. So his decadent ruler, that's based off of your natal chart and what degree you were born. Like the first 10 degrees is the first decadent, the second 10 degrees is the second, and each sign has 30 degrees, so the last third is the third decadent. And so we come to the 9 of spades, which, that's definitely a tougher card to have. So let's just look, though, at his birth card spread and his planetary spread. A lot of times when I start these readings, I zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. It's something you start with, and then you can drill in. So he's in a Uranus year right now until his next birthday, which is 11/4. And let me just... So he's in a Uranus year. Uranus is full of unpredictability. It rules surprises. It's full of surprises. It's unpredictable, and it's not routine. So you definitely don't have plans go according to the way you structured them. And when you start to interpret cards with that Uranus period, which also means real estate, it also means new technology, high technology. It could be esoteric study. Like Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury, so it's it's super mind driven. Uranus rules Aquarius, so there is like an Aquarian aspect or influence to this as well. But for now, let's just go with interpreting his cards. So you'll see in his Uranus 7-year period here, he has, a major change tied to the Ace of Spades, which means secrets, secret real estate, secrets about a labor issue, secrets about his job. And when it's tied to the 5 of diamonds, that could mean like a change in residence, a change of business, and it would be very much unexpected. He also has a 5 of hearts under here, which could mean that he's like leaving the home. He has a change of heart. He's moving far away from where he grew up, that type of thing. With the 9 of diamonds underneath his Ace of Spades of secrets, you're just looking for further evidence or further influences to see like what might be influencing him. So whenever there's a 9, it's usually a loss or it's usually an ending of some sort. When you look at his advanced, and I haven't really done this on the live a lot, the advanced spread, but when you look at advanced, there's like this law of 5 cards where I'll explain it at some point, but on the spread, it's another influence that contributes to this period. So he has a 2 of clubs, which is a big fear card, by the way. The 2 of clubs has as its karma the Ace of Spades, actually. So they have this fear of death. They're afraid of being alone. There's a 5 of diamonds underneath that, which is definitely like a change of location. Go away from the advanced, back to the traditional. He has a King of clubs. That's pretty good. But he has a 9 of hearts here, which again indicates like disappointments in work, in love, romance, friends, relationships. With a 9 of hearts in Uranus, scandal can definitely occur. Might lose some friends, or he's outgrown them. Now, the King of Clubs is a good card that can kind of help you, overcome that, or like use your communication to help you out in this during this period. So, I mean, Uranus does rule like technology and labor and like super powerful communications. So having the King of Clubs there is definitely really helpful. So we'll see like if that helps him out. But he does have a 7 of Hearts underneath there. So again, not too great. When we look at the advanced spread, he has an Ace of Diamonds there with a 9 of Spades underneath. So an Ace of Diamonds there would actually be like, if you're just interpreting it without like knowing any context, you're going to say that's a new way of making money for him. And it might be with like a new form of technology. Ace of Diamonds, they have this negative relationship with money a lot of times. He has a 9 of Spades there. So 9 of Spades, again, is like another ending. It's definitely an ending of lifestyle. That's one way to look at it. And then when we look at his decadent ruler for his 7-year period, he has a 5 of Hearts here. So 5 of Hearts with some karma underneath it. Financial karma, perhaps. He's going to have like a big payout, maybe to like victims, or I don't know. I don't know what he was doing there. I don't know why he was fleeing, but if he's done something to someone, maybe he's going to have a financial obligation to pay out. The 5 of Hearts in Uranus is like an unexpected trip, a sudden change of plans. Might have a super like restless ADD heart. So yeah, Jack of Diamonds, they're super creative. They have this need for freedom, but with the Jack, you also get blind spots and like devious behavior at times. So they, Jacks are 11, so they're 1+1, so they can play both sides. They can live 2 different lives. Usually, the Jack of Diamonds is a jack of all trades, where they're like okay at everything, but not amazing at one thing. So it might be an okay card for him. He has a 4 of Spades underneath there, which could bring some stability to this situation. But again, this is a vertical card anyway, so it's not going to have that much of an impact compared to his 5 of Hearts. I just want to look at the advanced spread for this. Advanced spread in his decadent ruler. Oh, Jack of Spades. So this is the ripoff card. He definitely has to be cautious, whether it's with real estate, because Uranus does rule your real estate, or with business. But this is definitely where you can get ripped off and where you could lose stuff, get property stolen, that type of thing. Back to the traditional. So he should, as he's, nearing the end of his 7-year period, he'll be in 2025, but he'll start to feel the effects of some of the Pluto result combinations here. So birth card, 5 of Clubs, big change will be difficult for him to work through. And the 7 of Diamonds, as a result, you would want the result to be like overcoming a concern about money, a concern about values, reclaiming your power. But the 5 of Clubs will require some type of philosophy change or change of thinking for him to do that. Jack of Hearts, a sacrifice for love. Let's see his decadent ruler. Lining up his gut instincts and having a stable home life. He has a 10 of Diamonds underneath there. That's good. So, maybe this is like a whole big distraction piece. It's not that big of a deal. But let's go to his yearly spread. His yearly spread. Okay, so we did the 7-year spread. When we do the yearly spread, we want to, first of all, look at his year-long factors. So that's stuff like, what's his karma for the year? So when you look at someone's karma for the year, you're looking at sitting in that seat for the entire year, experiencing life the way they experience it. As a 2 of Hearts, he has either the 2 of Hearts or an Ace of Clubs karma. It's a semi-fixed card. So he has the karma of the Jack of Diamonds, which is like creative energy around making money. Two of Hearts would be learning, compromise, finding the ideal lover, romance, having a good synergy in relationships, not too dependent, not too independent. For his decadent ruler, he has the Five of Diamonds. So, Five of Diamonds, major changes this year. It's a change in values. It's a change of jobs or residence. He'll do some traveling. You might branch out in different romantic directions as well. And his long range. So long range is kind of like the goal that you have in mind each year. It's just kind of with you for this entire year. So he has a Five of Hearts here. So 5 is change, 5 is expansion. 5 of Hearts could be divorce, it could be relationship changes, travel from the home. 5 of Diamonds, we just went through that as a long range. And so planetary ruler, the King of Clubs. So that's good. That's a good long range, but really the long range isn't positive or negative anyway. It's just kind of there with you in a neutral way as one of your goals for the year. He's currently in his Mars period, so it's interesting that he's getting into legal issues. I don't know if he's in legal issues yet, but if you have the feds after you, it seems like there's going to be some type of legal stuff happening here. So legal cards for the year, a 10 and an 8, very good. No problem there. The 8 of Clubs pretty much overcomes any difficulty with males. It brings pretty good mental strength. And it's pretty much just an influence for overcoming any challenges. And challenges in legal areas. So it's a success measure for sure. 7 of Hearts, not so much. So 7 of Hearts is going to have like control issues and fear of abandonment. It's a fear card. It's a challenge card. You have to stay positive, keep the glass half full, not half empty. It keeps doing that. Okay. So 7 and 3, not that great. Not terrible though. But, every time you have a 7 in Mars, not awesome. And then his other card, King of Hearts, and a 2. So that's fine. So it looks like if he has any legal issues, it should be okay. Yeah, it should be okay. His Jupiter period is fantastic. He has the 8 of Spades there, power to overcome. He has the 8 of Hearts, which is in the Jupiter column, so it's a wish-fulfilling year. When you have the 9 of Spades as in your Jupiter period for the year, it's a major completion of like a job or a lifestyle, but since it's in Jupiter, it's good for you. So this might all end up being really good for him, or maybe nothing comes of it. Looking at his decadent ruler, King of Clubs in Jupiter, success with speaking, teaching, writing, any mental fields really. So I don't see anything bad there. 7 of Clubs in Uranus, 2 of Diamonds. So 7 of Clubs is just worry and pessimism. It can affect his health. So he'd want to watch out for that. Unsuspecting trips with the 5 of Hearts in Uranus. Jack of Spades in Saturn. Did I say that was Uranus? Let me just double check. 5 of Hearts in Saturn. Sorry. 5 of Hearts in Saturn. Travel would be very difficult for him. It might also... he might be traveling for someone's ill health. Could be a separation or divorce. I don't even know if he's married. But 5 of Hearts in Saturn could be a very tough breakup or divorce. He has a 5 of Hearts here in Neptune. Okay, back to the planetary ruler. Jack of Spades in Saturn. Difficult influences with doctors when you have this combination. Always best to stay away from doctors during this time, or you're being ripped off in some way. However, he does have a 10 here that should offset most of that. And he has a 2 of diamonds here. But, Jack of spades, you could be ripped off in some financial partnership. That's the way I would definitely look at that, because it's in Saturn. If it was in Jupiter, you would probably get spiritual knowledge, creativity, initiation into a higher way of living through a partnership, but not when it's in Saturn. Pluto results for the year. Jack of clubs. It's a very smart, creative card. Can play both sides. This will be difficult for him to develop this creativity in the mental fields. And it's going to result in a 6 of diamonds. So the 6 of diamonds is karma of payments. So it's either you're paying what you owe, or you're receiving what's owed to you. And it's usually pretty fair and just. So it's just kind of, whatever your karma is, what you put in is what you get. This is a good Pluto result. 4 clubs with the 10 of hearts. So he's gonna have to work on in his Pluto this year of creating mental stability in his life and satisfaction, settling down, being more content, inside of a more restrictive way of thinking or a more secure way of thinking, making choices rooted in security versus a 5 energy, which is always expanding and restless and on the go, exploring. And what that gives them is a 10 of hearts. So 10 of hearts is like the party card. It's being in the middle of a social circle. It's doing really well in the public. That's really what it is. So mental order, working on that, creating that, organizing your mind and your thoughts, and then you get, power and charm with the public, social groups. This is the entertainer's card. He's an entertainer. He has the 4 of spades underneath that, which is organized, satisfied home life. It's 4 of spades is the home card of the deck. It's the strongest of the 4s. His other Pluto result for his decadent ruling spread is 5 of spades, 3 of clubs. So 5 of spades is there's going to be a change of lifestyle or a powerful change of where he's living or a change of his job or business. That's going to be really difficult for him this year. Now he does have a 4 of hearts underneath it, so that would kind of tell you that he's going to be content in his feelings, satisfied, protected. And what ends up happening is that change will allow him to really, tune into the energies of the 3 of clubs. So 3 of clubs is like an antenna that can download messages from the universe. You want it to be that antenna that just picks up these messages. It's also a super creative card, so like it could be like working 2 jobs at once, writing, speaking. It's an artist card in a way. So this 5 of spades is going to be tough for him to work on transforming or changing, but it's going to allow him to be more creative. He also has the 4 of diamonds underneath that, which is financial protection. So again, these cards are not bad. You definitely wonder if it's like a distraction piece. I'm just going to look at his advanced cards real quick. Birth card, planetary ruling card, Mars cards. Mars rules your legal karma for the entire year. So just look in there. Look, there's a 4 here. Usually will help you out. The things you want to look for in Mars is like 9 of spades, 6 of spades, 9 of diamonds. Probably really any of the 9s. 7s are more... They're kind of like 9s. It doesn't seem that they're as bad, though. He has a 6 of hearts here. Five of spades in his Mars. So currently, like, he was traveling, he was on the go, and it was quick. Changes in travel related to a male, most likely, since it's in Mars. Mars is masculine. Venus is feminine. Let's look at next year. He has this Ace of Spades again in Mars. Not again in Mars. He has the Ace of Spades again. This time it's in Mars. That could be like a secret love affair, secret work. Six of Spades in Mars is not great. The Six of Spades in Mars will give you a karma that is fair, but it's usually health karma. So that could be tough. But he has 8 of Hearts here and a 7 of Spades here. So if something happened, then next year he's in court, that's where I would start to worry a bit. Although he has this 8 of Hearts, that's not too bad. Ace of Spades here, though, in Mars. Ace of Spades is a rebirth and is a death and a rebirth card. But he has 8 of Diamonds. It's very mixed. His karma for next year is a 9 of Diamonds. That's an ending of lifestyle. That's actually financial losses. Or the end of a job. There's a completion in some way. 3 of Spades is the card that is indecisive about health and work, and they're like they're always sick and they don't know what it is. Ace of Clubs for his other karma. Yeah, so his cards, they don't look terrible. And so it's always hard, you know, like with these pieces, you don't get that much information from a news report, or you get conflicting reports on what the heck is actually happening. So maybe as we find out more, you know, he's going to have an ending of some sort, I would think. And it'll be good for him. A lot of changes, at least. He has so much 5 energy this year. 5 in his long range, 5 here in Uranus, 5 here in Saturn, 5 in his Pluto, and I believe 5 in his Venus. So lots of change energy this year. So let's see what it looks like. Alright, so I think that's all on him. I want to see what my spreads look like on here. Been trying to make spreads that are mine and easier to read. Oops, alright, I think I'm going to go.